Alright, well, forgive the audio quality. I'm just dealing with my phone out here on the ranch. So, we decided to test out some 5.7 by 28. Like, a lot of people thought it's, it's an interesting round. It's something that a lot of us have been curious about for a while, but it's always been very expensive. And, until they lost the control of the patent recently, just don't see a lot of people using it for anything interesting. No one's ever really shot matches with it or anything like that, and that's, as far as I can tell, it's why, it hasn't really taken off in popularity. Also, it's not like 5.7 has ever been, like a popular duty weapon in any way. But, I asked some people why you couldn't shoot it in matches, because, a lot of, like, two-gun matches, not like power factor is really a problem, and I got two answers. One is usually older guys who think that it's going to destroy their steel targets, because it's the super armor-penetrating bullet. And two, and this one I thought held a lot more water, is that, spall can be a big problem. It doesn't have enough force to push steel targets sort of back or get them to swing in order to make spall fly in a safe direction. And it's high velocity FMJ can hit steel and send spall back at you. I've always thought that sounded more reasonable, so I decided to test it out, just to see what that looked like. I didn't anticipate, exactly what happened to happen. So yeah, we're gonna show you that. Alright, so we're going to disprove one of the more common myths with the 5.7, as far as I can tell, is that, it's just like a spall magnet, sends spall flying all over the place, including back at the shooter. So, we've got some Fiocchi 40 grain, some of the F&H 40 grain S197 SR, and then Hornady Critical Defense. This is a 6-inch steel plate, and we're like, 10 to 15 feet away. So, if the whole spall thing was true, this would, absolutely fly back at my head and just kill me. I mean, I do have eye and ear pro, and I've tested this so far. So, we're going to do the Hornady Critical Defense, which should just mushroom and expand and fly away. The Hornady, it's basically a Hornady VMAX round that FN sells, and then just an FMJ ball. Just range ammo. Swap our mags. So, Hornady Critical Defense, no spall, not back at us. The FM ammo, nothing. And then just regular FMJ. If this was going to send spall back at my face, this would do it. Nothing. And, it's also not obliterating the steel. It just looks like you shot it with 9mm or something like that. It swings, so it does, do enough to push, poppers off target. So yeah, no, 5.7. Not any more dangerous to shoot at steel than 9mm ball, as far as I can tell. Alright, just again for camera's sake, I guess. Standard 40 grain Fiocchi FMJ. It's exactly what you buy to go to the range with a 5.7 or shoot a comp, I guess, if you wanted to. Once again, standard Fiocchi 40 grain 5.7 ball ammo. Absolutely nothing special, nothing interesting. Most of them. No spall. It doesn't, like, the target is swinging. We have a little wire behind it to stop it from over swinging. Like, it's fine. You could shoot this at a match. I don't see why you couldn't. If you have a two-gun match, like, yeah, it's low recoil, but you're already shooting against guys who are shooting $10,000 Sand Vipers. Who fucking cares?
Yeah. They're full of bullshit.
Yeah, it's just bullshit. The spall thing is bullshit. It's not true at all. And also, like, it's It's less recoil than a 9mm, but like I would say it's less recoil than a Glock. It's about as much recoil as like a comped 2011. Yeah, just without a red dot.
Halfway between a Glock and nothing.
Yeah, halfway between a Glock and nothing. Yeah, like it doesn't shoot spall. It's, you know, if you're already running matches that have no minimum power factor, like who cares if they shoot 5.7? Seems just as safe as far as I can tell.